Ladies and gentlemen, the Adult Baby Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 244. I am Bee.
I'm Chick.
And we got a special guest.
Hi, I'm Steph.
Steph Kaplan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good. You know, we're here.
Yes, I came alone.
I know. Are you nervous?
Well, you know what was funny? I was talking to Chick about it, and I
Yes.
was like, yeah, so I was wondering if I could bring my boyfriend because, like, we were supposed to hang out. And he was like, are you scared to come alone? And it's funny because I wasn't even thinking about that at all. And I was like, I thought about it for a bit, and I was like, should I be scared to come here alone?
Yeah,
Well,
I would be. But
she texted me, do you care if so-and-so comes? And I'm like, I don't mind if he does. He's just going to be sitting there. But then I was thinking, like, I wonder if he's like a comfort. Is there somebody like a comfort?
Oh,
person?
yeah.
Like your security
But
blanket, then yeah, sure.
But
bring
no, he
him.
was like, are you scared to come alone? I was like, well, should this be something I'm afraid? Like, has a girl ever been in this apartment before?
No. You're the first one. No, there's been girls
Wow.
in this apartment. But are you the first female on the podcast? No, we haven't.
No, we've had Jen. We've had
Amanda Griffin. Remember Amanda Griffin?
Yes, and we also had
A long list. That
Shelby
we have.
May,
Shelby May, the psychic.
the psychic. We've had a psychic on the show.
psychic on
She
here?
couldn't read shit.
I can't read shit either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had the bartender, Spada.
Crystal Spada.
Crystal Spada.
And we had
her friend was on with her. I think it was Alyssa.
We had the nurse. All right. All right.
We've had a bunch.
Yeah, okay.
Francesca.
Listen, they've all made it out alive, so
Everybody
I think you're
has.
gonna be all right.
We're very diverse. We've had a bunch of ladies. The more I go through them, and
We are. I didn't even realize.
Because you sent me an episode and it was 99 and it was the two girls and I was like, was that the last? I was like,
Well,
no,
I
2
sent them
years
too
ago.
because
Wait,
they
he
weren't.
sent you an episode. He's like, look, we do girls too.
That's
on
what
this
I was like.
podcast.
Listen, these are two people who aren't comics who came on the show. Like, if you want to listen and kind of see.
I
He's
gotta
like,
ask.
no, I swear we talk to girls. Like,
That's so true. I was trying to like.
I was like, this
I was
is
trying to
from,
make
like,
her as
3
comfortable
years
as
ago.
possible.
Yeah,
That's my goal.
That was like pre-pandemic. I think
That was
a long time
in
ago.
my garage, I believe.
That was in my parents' basement.
Was that? That
Yes.
was in my garage?
It wasn't.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! So
was
we've
before that.
recorded this. We first started at somebody's backyard apartment, Taylor. When we were, we went to Chris's studio
Yep. Port
in Garden City, or no, it was Glen Cove,
Washington.
Port Washington. Yeah, I knew it was around there. Yeah, and then we went to your basement, my backyard, and my garage.
Yeah.
and
now
now
we're here. Yeah, it's been a long
A long journey.
long journey to get here. I gotta ask, you guys have like this friendship that blossomed out of one open mic. What the hell's going on here?
Well, when I did that was my first official.
Oh, you were all
open
hopped
mic.
up on open mic night.
That was my first open mic. She just started. I
That
think,
was my first open mic too.
exactly.
Oh, all right.
You
Yeah.
and I believe your friend was.
Yes.
He went up too.
John Michael, yeah.
Yes, John
John
Michael went
Michael,
up
and
too.
I can never remember his last name. Fanky?
Panky.
Panky. Why can't I get his last name? There's certain people like I don't, and honestly, it's like if I don't have their social media, like if I don't see it, I don't remember it. Like I can't, and I can't say it.
Sometimes the image of the social media
Yeah.
handle sticks in your head
I
more.
really can't remember anyone's name.
It's tough.
Like, for the life of me.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was in school and I was on campus and this guy came up to me and he was like, Steph, oh my God, what's up? And I was like, hey, I'm sorry, like, what's your name again? He's like, we've
I'm
met
the
like
worst.
9 times. Like, he was like, it's not even like once or twice. Like, it's been 9 times. And I was like, oh, okay, well.
I forgot Kyle's name.
Good on you.
Remember that
Kyle
when,
who?
when he put me on the spot too? Kyle Mara. So we had one of our guests we had on the show, and I only met him that one time on the show, but B was friends with him, and he knew him pretty well. And I saw him outside of the brokerage, the one in Belmore.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
You introduced yourself.
I saw because
Like, how you doing? I'm Chick.
No,
He's like, yeah, I
no,
spent an hour with
I
you
didn't
in Bee's
introduce
apartment.
myself. I saw him. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? And I think it was Pat knew that I can tell I didn't know his name. He's like, yeah, he's saying good to see you. What's his name? And I fucking blanked.
Oh, wow.
And Kyle goes, maybe I'll let you be in one of my short films if you know my name next time.
That's right. Haven't been in one of his short films, have you?
No, never again.
There's a lot. I give you credit though, Steph, for like when somebody you were honest and like I gotta be real with you. I don't know who you are because I just pretend. I'm like, yeah, what's up? I do a lot of nondescript things. I'm like, good to see you. Like I don't use names. You know, that's what I try when I don't know somebody. Now I'm giving up my secret to people that I don't know.
No, there's a trick. So actually, there's a trick that I learned when
What
you
is
don't
it?
remember someone's name, and you should remember it. You introduce them to the closest person next
that's
to you,
good.
and you're like, "Hey, this is so and so," and then that person says their name, and you're like, "Yes, I got out of that."
That's the good way to do it. But
The trick to actually remembering somebody's
It's
name,
to not be an asshole.
but
Like,
it's also to use it in the beginning as much as possible.
yeah,
Like at work, when you see, like I always use people's names and then you just becomes like second nature. Mm-hmm. It's just to use the name more instead of just referring to someone without.
these are
using
chick tricks.
Chick's tricks.
I think that's
I
why
should have a chick's tricks.
Yeah.
I think I didn't remember your name, and then Lexi was like, "Oh, she called you Tom, and that's why I know you as Tom instead of Chick."
And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm Chick, but then I don't remember if the person knew me as Tom or Chick.
Well, you're going now that you're doing stand up. You're going by chick. You're doing the
it's
one.
so
name.
much easier than Tom Chickalo.
It's so much. Yeah. You're just chick.
I'm just Chick. That's me. And like, I don't even like. To me, it's not like I was like, oh, I need to have a stage name. It's so natural, and that's what everybody
Yeah.
calls me. That I don't feel like I'm using a like. To me, that's what I've always been called.
Wow, it's been great. It's been great having you around. I've been doing stand up with this idiot for the last 3 weeks, and it's been a lot of fun.
Has it?
It has.
It was
It
fun
has.
when you went when I was there,
Yeah.
Well,
and our friendship that blossomed.
Well, yeah. So
That was when you guys
that's
started.
what happened. I saw her do it. I did it, and after I was like, you know what?
You saw me do it, and you're like, "Wow, she's really bad. I could do better than
No,
that."
listen.
She's got something.
You have. I wish I had your confidence up there because you had more confidence than material, and I have more material than confidence.
Wow,
right
what
now.
what a way to put that. You're confident, but you have no material.
You're confident, but you
By the way,
suck.
the fact that he
So you
says
just
he's
have
got,
an ego problem.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
By the way, Chick, you have no material.
I
And
don't
no
have.
confidence.
I don't have no material. I don't have good material, but I have something that's been at least like. I'm working on it.
You're trying.
I'm working on
He's
it.
trying his best.
I'm trying my darndest. It's fucking been very humbling.
No, it's well, you're getting good. So you guys hit it off like right away. Was he just like?
Yeah, it wasn't this huge thing. I just was like, you know what, she's doing it. Let's see. I think she'd be fun to have on the. It seemed like she had a great personality during her set.
Yeah.
and had like all these
Chick
stories
loves
that
a good personality.
that she wanted to get out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
ideas to bring in. I'm like, she's gonna be a lot of fun to have on the podcast.
Yeah. All right.
And that's where it started. And now that she's doing it, I try to help. She originally first thought I ran your alibi, Mike, and I was like, no.
That's hilarious. That is funny to me. You thought that he ran.
Yeah.
You thought he ran like Long Island Comedy.
I don't know about long-
That's how loud he is. That like it was his first time there.
Me and John Michael were like, "Wow, it's my first time hearing the
Yeah.
guy running Long Island Comedy wants to invite me on a podcast." I was like, "I can't. The fame is getting to
Oh
me.
my
like,
God.
it's
the
too
bright
much."
lights with this guy. Oh my God.
Well, that's what I find. Like, I have much more confidence off the stage, and then once I get on there, I'm like a fucking little
Yeah.
kid wants to put his head in his like turtle shell.
I
Yeah.
feel like when I get up there, I absolutely black out everything. Like, I don't even know if people laugh at my jokes.
I would
Is
rather
that normal?
be that way.
Is
Yeah.
that no? I think
Yeah,
that's
I think for
normal.
like the first year I didn't know what was going. First 2 years maybe I had no clue what was happening. It takes a long time.
It's like honestly, I'm just like, if I ever want to black out for free, I should just go do open mics.
Yeah.
Like, instead of drinking, it's probably healthier.
Yeah, you literally have like Chick's going through this right now too, and it's
Go for it.
You're watching him like lose his mind. Like last week on Monday, we went to a mic, and the first half wasn't great. In the second half, he got like a laugh, and it shook him. Like it threw him off course. Like just a laugh because he was getting used to the silence.
I was getting used to going up there and like getting through my set and getting a couple little like sympathy chuckles,
So he said one joke, and it got like a big laugh,
like a real laugh,
and it literally.
A real life
like
laugh.
a real laugh.
Like
And
a
it-
human being laughed at it.
It was like I made someone laugh up here.
And it
This
stopped
has
him in
never
his
happened
tracks.
before in my life. I don't know how to handle this.
It
That's
ruined
what
the rest
happened.
of my show.
It ruined the rest of his set because he
No
couldn't recover.
way.
Because it was so much. And this happens a lot. I think you get your first laugh and then like a real laugh where you're like, holy shit, I actually heard. Like like you said, you kind of black out for a
I
while.
can't
and
tell you if anyone's ever laughed
Yeah.
at my stand-up. I really can't.
So I think what happened to Chick, and he was kind of like doing that, and then he actually heard a laugh, and it just stunned him.
It did.
You know, he was like, "What?"
Yeah. I got such a laugh that it threw me off. I forgot my
He
next
grabbed
line.
his notes.
I had to grab my notes and look back what my next line was. So any chance of getting a second laugh was done.
Yeah.
But I got that one.
Wow.
I went home and I texted my family. I'm like, I got my first real laugh.
Yep. And did you tell him what happened right after?
No. I go out like I've been telling
You got to end it on a high note.
I've
you
been
gotta-
telling everybody
yeah.
I suck. And I'm also, because I know a lot of people who want to see me, I'm like trying to lower the expectations. Because I'm just
You're doing good, dude.
It's been very
I'm
humbling.
I'm very proud of you.
But I want to know, were you at that bar and just like, oh, fuck, I want to do this? Or did you go there intending on doing it?
Yeah, what's your journey like?
So I guess I kind of have been told I'm really funny by all my friends and family. And I was like, okay. I mean, I'm really funny on Snapchat. I'll just send ridiculous snaps. I know this sounds crazy.
Snapchat, what is this, 1999?
No, it's more, I guess, I use
Get up with the times. I'm old, and I know what the new stuff is. Snapchat.
I use Snapchat religiously. Like, I am a 22-year-old frat boy. Like, I'm obsessed with
yeah.
Snapchat. It's bad.
I like Snapchat, but
I love it.
I went through a big Snapchat phase. That's when I was doing
I remember
the
the
Lake
Snapchat
Wallapapak, and
phase.
I was always on there. But now I'm like an Instagram guy. That's it. That's my
that's where
thing.
he shines. So
So I honestly, I was like, you know what? I wish I could be like, someone told me to do stand up and no one told me to do stand up. I was
Yeah.
like, I want to try stand up. And I went to the Alibi that night, thinking that I was just going to listen and see what other people did. And I was like, okay, let me see if I can even do this. But on the way there, I started writing material in my car as
Okay.
I was driving. I absolutely am the worst texter and driver. It's bad.
yeah.
Probably shouldn't
Well,
be
he's
done.
not great. Chick isn't great either. Sometimes he passes out while he drives, and he's not even texting. So, are you okay? Are you gonna have an episode
Yeah,
right
are
now?
you-
Fine, we're fine.
Sometimes he passes out while he smokes.
Do you need some of Bee's homemade ranch?
Yeah, you want some ranch? I got some powder. We could sprinkle it on him.
It'll coat your throat.
You know
Oh
what
my
it was?
God.
I was trying not to cough because she was talking, and I was like, oh my God, I can't. And it just made it worse.
Last week he fell into a wicker basket from a hard cough, so we're just worried about him. And he passed
Imagine
out.
you go to the doctor and like it's not even for the cough. Like you're just like, I literally fell into a wicker basket.
Yeah.
We were
Wait,
close.
wait, look at him. Jesus
Now
Christ.
I'm trying to talk, and I can't.
You're like, I'm not sick. I'm just an idiot.
Even his own body is trying to throw him in the trash. He's.
Shut up, B. You're going to kill me. I fucking can't.
I literally have to take off the headphones when I'm doing this because he starts coughing so loud into them. My ears hurt.
Oh, you could hear us through your
Yeah.
headphones?
He
Yeah.
listens, and we can only plug in one set, right?
Yeah, I can only hear. To me, it sounds like you guys are like live on the podcast. Yeah.
Wow, that's so
I know.
cool.
You want to listen to them?
Kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like wondering. I was like, what is he listening to? If not like it's like ocean
listening
sounds or
to-
anything.
he's
Yeah,
listening-
I'm listening to.
He's listening to the
music.
Rogan
Okay.
podcast
Yeah.
while he's doing it.
He's listening to something else while we're
Yeah,
doing this. He's
anything
like,
other than
something
us.
funnier than this.
There's a great YouTube video called "How to Podcast for Dummies." That's
Oh, I'm
what I was
gonna put them
listening to. Put them on. See what it's like.
It's like one of
Do you
those.
hear
It's
it?
like the yellow book.
Wow, this
Yeah.
sounds so professional.
Now you feel like you're in it. But sometimes what happens is like I hit that thing, and the sound goes off, and shit gets louder. So
I am the worst to listen to on headphones.
yeah, you're the worst to listen to in general.
Yeah, but it's
not
even
just
worse
headphones.
on headphones because you hear every little thing that I
You
do.
hear him breathing. Remember, we did a sound check before this, and he was breathing. It sounded like he just ran a marathon. He literally just walked up my steps.
I feel
And
like
I don't smoke too much.
No, not at all. Not at all.
no, you're fine to listen to on here. I feel like I'm the worst to listen to because I sound like a valley girl. It is a running joke that I have with some of the comics at stand up.
I think you sound like a typical girl from Long Island, though. You have the.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think
sound
it's.
like a
It's
typical
not
girl.
that unique in that
Sound
regard.
like a girl.
You sound
I've been
like a
told.
girl.
I've been told my whole life I sound like a valley girl.
I get it, but you know,
I sound like I don't even know the English language at all.
that's very true.
So you sound better than me. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So that night, yes, I prepared a set on the way there, and I was like, I'm just gonna go see what other people do and see if I can even do this, and then I just went.
Yeah.
Which was
You were
the
like,
best way
you
to
know
probably
what?
do it.
Tonight, I'm putting down Snapchat, and I'm gonna Snapchat for real.
But you went, and it's like your whole car went up there. So that was good. You had like
Your whole
support,
car.
like
My
whoever
car.
she came, that whoever she went
She
there.
drove her car right into the comedy club.
Wait, I'm so dumb. I literally was like, I don't think my car was in the alleyway.
No, I just meant
You're
like
not-
who you.
you're
It
not
seemed
the-
like everybody you came with, you all went up,
Most of this podcast is me trying to figure out what sentence he just said.
and then he has to explain
Your
it to
whole
the
car
guest.
went up there. Yeah, no, you did come with other people, right?
I came with my friend Sarah, and then
Sarah.
John Michael was there, and he went too.
And John Michael. All right, cool. And John Michael's funny too.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah, I like him a lot, even
Yeah.
though I can't remember his last name. And that's not only him. That's like
Well, he's already
every
got
other
2
comic.
names. It's a lot of names to remember.
It's 3 names.
There's too many names
Yeah.
there. Like you gotta for B to remember. You got 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
exactly.
And I'm a guy with 2 first names, so you know I get
He's
it.
got 2 syllables.
What's your other first
Brendan
name?
Ryan.
What?
Yeah, that's Brendan Thomas Ryan. If you want to get the full name.
It's so you have 3 names?
Yeah, well, my middle name, it'd be weird if my middle name was Smith, but yeah, my last name is Ryan.
Oh, I thought that was your middle name.
No. That's my last name, Brendan Ryan. So,
And then there was the Thomas.
the middle name is Thomas.
So
yeah.
you only have 1 name.
What do you? No, I have my name, my government
What's
name.
your government?
Brendan. I'm Brendan Thomas.
Let me
Ryan.
see your license
I
right
go-
now. I don't even believe it. You know what? I don't feel comfortable here anymore.
I don't have a middle name at all, though.
What?
0 middle name. None of me and my brothers. We don't. My parents just didn't give us middle names for whatever reason.
Oh yeah? I think we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Why is that? You think?
They just forgot.
I mean, I'm also named after Tom Selleck.
Yeah, that's right. He's named
So,
after
I
Tom
mean-
Selleck.
Who's that?
he's
You
like
don't know Tom? You don't know Magnum PI? It's probably way before your
yeah,
time.
he's a
He was
guy-
an '80s celebrity. He's still
He's a guy
around.
with a mustache. Is it Burt Reynolds?
It's Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck. Oh my god.
My name's not Bert B. It's in Bert.
Oh god. All right.
Honestly, I'd rather, even though I like the name Tom better, I'd rather be named after Burt Reynolds than Tom Selleck.
Burt Chickolo. I would love it if your name was Burt Chickolo.
I would love that too.
Oh god.
I'm gonna Google this guy after. I don't know who that is.
Yes.
You would. I think.
I'm
Did
still
you ever
using
see 3 Men and a
Snapchat.
Baby?
Like I don't know who.
Did you ever see 3 Men and a Baby
No,
or Blue Bloods?
no.
I'm
I
just
feel so
trying-
all the
uncultured right
hits.
now.
You're not.
I'm just trying to throw the things that he's in.
Steph, you're literally cultured for not knowing who Tom. Nobody should know who Tom Selleck is today.
Stop. He was an '80s legend.
He was an '80s legend, but
He was big in '84 when
Is
I
he
was
still
born.
alive?
Yeah, he does.
TS?
That's why he does Blue Bloods and all those shows now.
Oh, he's on Blue Bloods. Isn't like Ricky Schroeder on
That's,
Blue
I'm not
Bloods?
saying it's a good show, but he's on it. I think he's like the old timer now.
Yeah, he's been the old timer.
My mother goes, whenever we bring.
You're
Oh, I
lucky.
love Tom Selleck.
Though you don't have the middle name because I knew growing up I was in trouble whenever the middle name would get thrown out
What's
there.
your middle name? Are you-
Anne. So it'd be
Anne.
like Stephanie Ann, and I was like, oh fuck, I did something wrong, which was all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like Anne is a very common girl's middle name. I could be
Yeah.
completely wrong, but I
I
feel like
it's a common Facebook fake last name.
you think
know?
it's so. You think they're not last names; they're middle names. that
Maybe they
people
are.
use.
Maybe I'm just an idiot and I don't know. Like, and
I always feel like I know Anne's like.
there's a lot of There's a lot of. By the way, when I first introduced you at the mic, I called you Stephanie, and I was scolded. You were like,
Yes.
people don't call me that. They call me Steph.
I just prefer Steph. I feel like so I'm like
Steph is fun.
casually it's Steph.
Steph's a valley girl.
Formally it's Stephanie. I was at a job actually in January.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, okay, like, hi, Stephanie. And I was like, it's Steph. And they were like, it was this really fancy accounting firm. And they were like, okay, I guess that works.
Yeah.
And then that didn't work out well.
The job.
No, I got fired like a week later.
And now you're an arms dealer.
Yeah. What do you do? What the hell's going on with you?
We want to know what you do because you have one of
Okay, so I worked at this job starting February 1st, and I've been there for 6 weeks, and I just found out like basically a week ago what they actually do. They sell. Okay,
How did you not know for the first month what you weren't doing?
because I kind of had an idea, but
She
then I
agrees to
didn't.
things before knowing what she's getting
Like
into.
this
That's how I
podcast?
got you
Like
on the
this-
podcast.
I had an idea, but I was like, I think I kind of knew, but it really hit in what they do. So basically, I sell parts for fighter jets, airplanes, missiles, and tanks to military defenses all over the world. So I kind of knew that was what was happening, but then I was like, wait, like this is really what's happening because I was like, when there's a war, like it gets busy. Like it's
Obviously, you got a lot of. So wait, are you like when you deal with other countries? Then are you calling?
yes.
and-
So like
Like you're a salesperson for like like gun? Like what? I gotta.
Like that's what I'm like. We're just selling
That's
guns.
actually my cover. I'm just like selling guns
Yeah.
to drug dealers.
Do you really work for the CIA?
Yeah, tell us the truth.
No, I don't know, but I don't think they could hear this podcast.
No, they're not listening. Trust me.
No,
They do not care about this.
unless they live. In
I mean,
this
I don't really like the
general
job.
area.
Maybe I'll just send it to them anyway. It's funny working there because it's just like it's all country music, like all day.
Oh,
like
of course.
I'm
All
just,
day.
yeah, like I'm just like, oh, should I walk in with like an American flag over my desk? Like it's just so American.
So
Where-
they.
Where
No,
is
go.
this place?
It's in Deer Park.
Are we allowed to say that on the podcast?
I
She's
guess.
saying whatever.
All right.
What I want to know is, so you call up another country that's at war and like, listen, we have
No, so
we got a
basically-
2-for-1 on grenade launchers.
Basically, countries. I don't even know if I should say what countries. I'm
You don't
like,
have to name the specific countries. We don't want to get flagged.
so like the defense force of like.
Russia. Yeah.
Yes, they'll hit us up and they're like, "Hey, we need like this amount of parts to fix this jet," and then I send out the quotes. I can't believe I'm doing this. Yeah, like it's crazy to go to work every day, and I'm just like, wow, this is what I'm doing. I never thought my
That
life.
is actually
when
pretty
I was in
cool.
kindergarten, I never thought I would get here. You know, it was either this or OnlyFans.
You're like the
so I figured this was like better.
No, it's definitely better. You know.
So I'm sending out the quotes to companies all over the U.S. to get these parts for these military defenses.
Oh,
Wow.
And then so I basically I kind of when I went into the job I was like, oh, I'm gonna be working in aerospace engineering, and then I realized it was for military defenses, and then I think it really hit me when one day I asked my coworker, I was like, so when's the busy season? He's like, when we go to war.
War season.
Yeah, war season.
Could you imagine like we're in a war and everyone's off work and I'm just like working like 80 hours a week
Yeah.
entering parts?
That would be fucking.
So that's great. I mean, that's good for
It
you.
is at least interesting. I didn't realize. I thought those were all like government jobs. I didn't realize it was so commercialized. I guess
You
I
don't
don't
think
know.
you could? Chicks like I don't think anyone can just do it.
I didn't think. Yeah, I'm
It
just,
doesn't seem that way, but who knows? Chicks always looking for a job. So,
hey,
you know,
listen,
I mean,
I'll sell some weapons.
I'll sell
Or at
some
least
weapons.
parts for weapons,
parts?
whatever it is.
It's mostly parts, though, right?
It's parts, yeah.
Parts
Not like
for big-
selling like full blown like missiles.
Right. Just like the.
It's like the detonator.
Yeah.
If I was, I'd be like, if this doesn't go well, just send a missile on over.
Yeah. That is a cool job, though. Good for you.
But you don't like it,
Not really.
and you don't like comedy either.
I guess. Not.
Yeah. What's your problem with comedy?
Okay.
Did you quit already?
No, I didn't quit. I didn't do it this week. I did it the week before.
Okay.
That's what I said. I've seen you a few times.
So I've done
since,
it
but
4 times.
Okay.
4 times?
4.
Shit. Chick did 4 times last night.
Wow.
No, I did 2 last night. 3 this week.
He did 3 this week.
But I'm preparing for something.
I think my problem is I feel like I always need to have new material every time I go up, and then that stresses me out because then,
don't.
like I'm just like, what do I don't know. Life isn't that funny all the time.
Well, you're not doing a Tonight Show every open mic. Learn how to get. You should focus on getting 5 minutes of good material, and sometimes that takes doing the same thing over and over again. People do the same jokes over and over again at an open mic. Don't feel like.
I've been doing the same 2 bits at 10 open mics.
Yeah.
I haven't
Really?
done anything different.
Yeah, that's how you develop a joke. You have to listen back. You should record it, listen back, and be like, "Oh, that got a laugh. This didn't." And then like,
well, I don't remember who laughs at what.
That's why you record. You'll hear
record it though, and you can listen back, and you.
I also have a problem listening to myself on
Yeah,
recording.
I
it's the
hate
worst.
it too.
It is the
It
worst.
is
It's-
awful. I hate it.
Literally
because
the
I'm
worst.
like, because I said the whole Valley Girl thing, I was like, damn, I should go hire a speech therapist or something.
You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely. If when you're starting, you just want to get 5 minutes to do for like if you get booked on a show, and then you'll be good.
How long did you tell me? Because that's why you told me when I said I want to get 15 minutes. How long did you tell?
15 minutes, I think you can. 2
Not
minutes.
necessarily a 15-minute bit, like 15 minutes in a row, but just 15 minutes worth of jokes. And you said it'll probably take me 1.5 to 2 years.
Yeah.
And I
Of
could
stuff
totally
that you're-
see, because right now I'm working on 3 minutes, maybe tops.
He's at 3 minutes right
I'm
now.
at
Okay.
about 3 minutes, and it's been taking me a month, and it's still not what I want. So I could totally see how long it takes. If you just do the math, it's going to take me 2 months to get 5 minutes.
But he's perfecting that 3 minutes. So every time he goes up, you have a bunch of comics you're reaching out to.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I did this. What do you think? Ask other people too. Like, all right, I tried this. What do you think? And the more you show up, the more like you'll start to figure it all out. But like, you don't have to do new shit every week at all, because you won't get better. Like, you won't learn. You won't like get you won't get anything new. You mix a new thing in here and there, but like, if one bit is really working, I would like focus on that and like start with that, and then throw some new stuff after.
Okay.
That's my advice.
No, that is
What the fuck
good
do I know?
advice. I'm just like, it's like wearing clothes. I'm like, I can't wear the same thing twice.
Yeah,
Like, these people
yeah, you can wear the same shirt.
Wear the same thing every
Don't
day.
wash it for a week.
Yeah, I mean,
Wear
look,
the same
he's
thing
been wearing that same sweatsuit for.
Yeah, I've been using
3
this
years.
theory in life now. I just, everything's the same.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
It's to me, the biggest issue for me is wanting to be funny, wanting to be good, and having to suck to get there.
Yes.
So it's
That.
like not fun going up to mics that you don't want to do because no one's there, and it's not like you're going to go up there and make the 10 people, fall out of their chairs laughing.
But also,
No, but what I'm saying is that's what's hard. It's like you want to go up there and be like, I'm so funny every time I go up. I'm, killing it. That's what keeps you coming back. It's like golf. If you're playing terrible, you don't want to come back into that last hole.
But you got one good laugh this week,
Exactly.
and
That's
consider
what
that a
keeps
win.
you coming. Exactly.
And nobody's really paying attention. Everybody thinks that people are paying attention to their set. Nobody really is. It's like, I don't remember anybody's set. I don't know. I just, everybody gets so in their head about it, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's more on you. You're the one that's thinking too much into it. At least that's what I think. I'm a disaster too, though. I've been doing this way too long, and
But you've been doing it so long that you take for granted how, even if you're not comfortable, how comfortable you seem.
Yeah, but I know I don't forget the times when
Oh,
I was
I know.
uncomfortable.
I get it.
And it was a long time. That's why I'm saying it takes a long year, like a couple of years to like
Oh, yeah.
be very
How long have you been doing it for?
almost 9 years. Almost
Wow.
9 years, yeah.
And you could tell, too, because now I'm gaining more of an appreciation for you, too, because I could see now when you go up to all these open mics and you see all these people doing it, who you could tell is more seasoned or been doing it for a while. I don't know. And you kind of stick out above a lot of people now. I do. Normally, I'll never promote you, and I don't like to.
You please don't.
I'm not just saying this because I'm here and I want to get out alive, but I do think you are one of the funnier people.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes.
Steph.
I think you're
That's
Not
coming
saying-
into your own. Like you really have found yourself a little bit in the
very-
comedy.
Oh, good.
thing.
Yeah.
I found myself. All right, great.
Well, fuck you.
Time to quit this
You can't
podcast.
even take fucking compliment.
Time to quit the podcast. I'm going to Manhattan.
Saturday Night Live.
Yes, SNL.
Yes.
Watch out, guys.
SNL. So, do you think you're going to continue doing it, or what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I think knowing that I don't have to write new things every week makes it a lot easier. I can just work on the stuff that I already have. But it is fun because like I feel like really weird things happen in my life all the time, and I'm always like, this would be great to talk about in stand up. Do you guys feel like that with you? Like just like, and I always wonder, I'm like, is it me or is it other people? And I'm starting to think it might just be me. Just weird stuff all the time happens to me.
Here's the thing. Weird stuff happens to everybody, but you have to recognize it. There's so many people that I know that like weird, like even Chick.
Yeah.
Stuff happens to him. I'm like, what? Dude, write that down. What are you talking? Like, so if you're recognizing all the weird shit that happens to you, just write it down, because most people don't. Most people, it happens to everybody, but nobody picks up on it, or not everybody picks up.
Or
on
nobody,
everybody.
not a lot of people are just weird enough to appreciate it. Like
Yes,
I definitely
yeah,
appreciate when
yeah.
the weird stuff happens to
And
me.
some don't want to talk about it, and some like.
Yeah.
And that's why when they see comics who are relatable, they fucking think it's hysterical because they're like, "Oh shit, the same weird shit happens to me."
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, for example, I got this. So back in October, I was in the Catskills and I was doing a hike. And
Hiking.
then I love hiking.
I mean, yeah, I knew that the second you walked in. You seem like a girl you have the voice. Forget a valley girl, you have a hiking girl's voice. I love to hike.
I love to hike.
You make sandwiches on the way. Like, what do you do? What
I love animals.
animals? Of course you do.
No, I don't know. I really do.
I like dealing arms.
I like war. Like, I love hiking animals
loves
and
hiking and
mass murderers of people. No, I really do. So what do I do like when I hike?
No, just I don't know. I don't even know
Where do you mostly hiking in like mountains, or do you do like I don't know?
No, I'm hiking in your backyard.
No,
Like,
yeah.
no.
I don't know. I'm just trying.
hiking away from you psychopath.
Hiking to the train station.
My buddy's a
in
bird
Farmingdale.
watcher. He'll go to beaches. He
Yeah.
goes to woods. He goes mountain. Does it all.
So I was upstate and I was doing a hike and I actually ended up doing this trip alone. I went up to the Catskills for the weekend. And my friend got sick before we were supposed to go. So I ended up going alone. And it was such a crazy, just to hike 8 hours alone in the Catskills, but you're losing your mind at the end of that. You're going
I could
crazy.
not do that.
So I did 4.5 hours each day. And the second day it was 4.5 hours. And I left this hike and I'm rushing. I'm speeding in my car to get to Chipotle because I didn't eat all day.
I didn't know that. We were talking about hiking in the Catskills, and now we're at Chipotle.
I can't make that's really what happened. So I'm in my car and I'm going 72 and a 40.
Yeah.
And I got I got pulled over and I was about to be like, do I just tell him I really want Chipotle?
You should have. Did
Yeah,
you get
be
out of the
honest.
ticket?
No, I did not get out. That is the first ticket.
What'd you say?
That was the first ticket I did get out of. I've gotten out of 2 tickets just like by being brutally honest and people being like, wow, I appreciate that. That story was crazy. So this story is different though. I literally, so I got pulled over. I got this ticket and then I was really upset about it. And it was a 72 and a 40. So I was like, oh, this is going to fuck me. So I ended up calling an attorney from Google. I Googled attorneys in Kingston, New York, which is in the middle of nowhere upstate. And this
I know
guy,
Kingston, New York.
you do?
Yeah.
Is the comedy
It's
there?
on its way to Oneonta, which I went to school up there for a little bit.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
One of my exes went to Oneonta. He got at Oneonta he got branded on his ass.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Sounds about right.
It's a
Yeah.
nightmare up there. Yeah.
Wait, were you at Oneonta the same time friend of the podcast, B Dunn, was on there?
No, I moved up there with a lady.
Oh, okay. All right.
Were you so
You're in Kingston. What?
Yeah, okay. No, so I was in Kingston and then I hired this attorney and basically I hit up this guy and he just was like, yeah, like we'll take care of this ticket. Just give me $500. And I'm like, okay. Then he starts talking to me on the phone. Like he's like, so like you like to hike? And I was like, yes,
Oh,
that's why I
no.
was in the Catskills. And he's like, oh, that's so great. Like tell me more about yourself. And I'm like, this is my attorney. Like I was like, okay. It felt like I was like, am I
That's
going?
a Kingston attorney, right
That was
there.
like I felt like I was
Small
like, am
town
I?
attorney
I'm like
hitting on
maybe
ya.
he's just trying to get to know me to like take this ticket really seriously.
How much was a ticket in general? That
You got an attorney.
It was 72 and a 40, so I knew it was gonna.
Well, that was the worst case scenario is points.
Yeah, I didn't want points on my. Well, doesn't that make
what's
your
wrong with
insurance
points on
higher?
a license?
Because if you get a lot of them, your insurance goes up.
Yeah,
you can
your
lose your
insurance goes up.
license. It could be.
And my insurance at one
depends.
it was
point-
already you
Yeah.
were creeping up there in
My
points.
insurance is crazy because I'm a bad driver. Just
Yeah.
not a good driver. And then anyway, so he's like, this attorney was like, yeah, I don't know if this is weird, but me and my paralegal, we're gonna go hike Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. And I was like,
What?
and he was like, you should come. And I was like,
Did you go?
no, it's in August.
No,
it's
she's
in
still
August.
here.
Oh, that's
here.
true. It's just
I'm here.
happened.
So I was like, yeah, I'll look that up and get back to you. And he was like, yeah, definitely. Like, it'll be so much fun. Then basically, I haven't heard from this attorney. This was October. I texted him last night and I was like, hey, is that ticket still a thing? Like, what's up with
What's
that?
up with my ticket? And how's Mount Kilimanjaro? What?
Maybe if you would have said yes to the vacay, you would have been getting
So
the
anyway,
out of the ticket.
So anyway, he's like, I was like, yeah, the ticket. And then I thought he wouldn't remember me because it was October. And I was like, also, like, have fun at Mount Kilimanjaro. Like,
What?
so he hits me up and he's like, I just like need your opinion on this. He was like, yeah, so that ticket just like disappeared. But he's like, but it might reappear again. And I was like,
you need to look into this ticket yourself because this guy didn't do anything for your ticket. First off,
Seriously?
yes.
Yeah, it might have disappeared, but if you
It disappeared because
then-
this guy you didn't
And then
take
I
him
was
up.
like-
going,
but if you magically appear at
Mount Kilimanjaro, I bet you that ticket's gonna be gone.
and then he was like, he's just like, I was like, what do you mean? Like, why does the ticket just disappear and then reappear? And then he was just like, well, I think the court kind of lost it, but
Yeah.
sometimes they find them again. I was like,
What he really
what
needs
if
to
this was
say
a
is-
murder case and someone was just like, oh, like that body, like, it's fine. Like they lost it, but it's the evidence. You're good. Like you're so good on this. Like,
Nah, they wanna-
don't worry
they
about the
wanna take
bail.
you
I
to
don't even know how
Mount
much that
Kilimanjaro.
is.
You
like,
know what bothers me though? The fact that you were like a little unsteady about coming to this podcast, but you're like, maybe I'll go to Mount Kilimanjaro.
I
for a
debated on it.
ticket. Oh my god.
No, you know what? I really did debate on going to Mount Kilimanjaro.
Are you still debating on it?
Well, no, because I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on it, and
Of course.
it is insane. It's basically a week-long hike in Africa, and you're getting to the top, and you can't breathe for like 3 days, and your toes are frozen. I was like, this doesn't.
Right.
I
So
like
it's
hiking.
Not like
but I was,
you like hiking, but you're not. Like,
no, I'm not that extreme. And
Totally
especially
worth
with,
a few points
with
on
some
the license,
attorney
by the way.
from upstate New York, like
With
some
a
country.
Kingston attorney.
How weird would that be?
And his paralegal, by the way. What a
My
nightmare.
mind's so fucked that the most crazy thing in this whole story is the fact that you called an attorney over a speeding ticket.
That to me is crazy. But then it hit a new level when the attorney is like,
But you know what? Like, I'm not surprised by a scumbag attorney just hitting on a chick trying to get her to go on a.
Well, that's what I was
vacay
talking
with
about the weird things happening to me, because I'm like, he doesn't know what I look like. Like, he probably
Wait,
just.
you didn't walk
No,
into
I
this
didn't.
office?
No, I called him on the phone.
well, that makes him even more crazy.
That does make him even more crazy.
He just takes a phone call. Are you the first phone call he's ever gotten to be a?
Is he a
No,
practicing
imagine
attorney?
like he's not even an attorney.
Did
Like,
you
he's
just call a random hiker? What's going on?
Where did you get his number?
I Google.
But like, it said attorney
Snapchat?
at
Did
law.
you get this on Snapchat?
Snapchat. Oh
No.
my god.
I was on Bumble up there and accidentally messaged him.
Oh,
Unbelievable. That is a wild story.
It's just, but
And
that's
it's not over yet.
That's not over yet. And it's just like, that's what I'm talking about, where I'm just like, weird things like that are just a daily thing in my life where I'm just like, okay.
that has the most potential of being a great joke.
Yeah.
That has got a lot of different avenues.
Chicks thinking all in joke form now. But
I
he's
can't
right.
tell you that my whole mind, like, people were asking me about shows. I can't even, like, because I watch a ton of TV every night. I just get stupid stoned and watch TV. And I haven't even, like, all I've been thinking about is this show that we're doing
Oh
and my bed.
God. We're going to talk about this show until nobody wants to go.
No,
anymore.
I'm not talking about it now. I'm just saying in general. Like, that's where my mind's
That's
been.
where his mind is.
Which show?
We're doing a Friends of the Adult Baby show, March 31st.
Oh, awesome.
Right over here at Alibi.
Okay.
Feel free to come by. There won't be a seat, but you could,
I feel a lot better about it when I saw it.
It's fine. I
yesterday.
can just drive my car into the building like
Yeah,
you said before.
do what you usually do.
When I had
You
my
bring your
car,
car
in there.
right out to the stage. and shit.
The car right up, roll it up to the mic. I don't need a seat.
Oh, that would be a good joke, though. Getting out of a speeding ticket.
Well,
and
no, I mean,
going to
that was the
Mount
only time I
Kilimanjaro.
didn't get out of a speeding ticket. One time.
What else have you done to get out of a speeding
that's
ticket?
what I
Jesus
wanna know.
Christ.
Oh, God, this is going to take a really weird
I never
turn.
get out of any tickets. Every time I get pulled over, I get the ticket and
You're
more.
not willing to take the hike. You got to hike to get out of
I'm
it.
also miserable to cops when they.
He is. He's terrible with cops.
Really?
I'm not like that asshole who
well,
talks back. I
you're-
will just not be nice to. Like, I'm just like, all right, here you go. Like,
Here's the thing, Steph. This is what's also interesting to me about your relationship, because he's not nice to people. So the fact that when he first met you, he was on such a high from doing stand-up that he was like talking. Usually he's like,
if
all
I
right.
wasn't doing that set and I was just miserable me, I probably would have never even said anything to
And
you.
I would have never been
Cigarette.
here.
Yeah, you would have never been here.
Wow.
That's it.
It's like the butterfly effect.
It is the
how
butterfly
world
effect.
works.
Yeah. So
Well, where were we going now? I don't even know what
The
was
other
being
ticket
said.
I got out of.
Yeah,
Oh,
what-
yes.
Boy, you're not nice to people.
he's awful to people.
I'm not. See,
I would never expect that.
because that's not
because
true.
you're a woman.
Okay. That's that word. Yes.
But
that
that's
makes
not
sense.
true.
No, it's.
I
not.
feel like I have more issues with certain women in my life than I do with the men.
That's true. That's true. Too. But you're definitely he's definitely.
You just
nice.
got me on a good day.
You got him on a good day.
Like, I was in a good mood. Like, it was just a good day, so I was being very friendly.
Friendly
Normally,
chick.
I just kind
I
of.
love friendly chick.
I'm not really like sociable, I guess, but I am. It's like I'm weird. I don't
It's
know.
hard to figure out.
It
who
really
he
is. Like, I don't like people generally outside my circle.
I feel like I like people sometimes, and then sometimes I don't like people.
Yeah.
It changes based on the day.
It's based on the mood too. Like some days I just don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But some days I'm all about talking to everybody.
Yeah.
That's how I am. That's how I roll.
Yeah, so basically, I get a ticket every single time I get pulled over because I'm pissed.
Yeah.
When I get pulled over, I feel like cops are dicks.
You have a bad attitude, but you.
Yeah, it's just a bad attitude off the bat, and I know I'm not cursing or giving them lip. I'm just pushing that vibe out that they know out.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
just
like my go-to was always to be brutally honest. And I just got out of a ticket like this. I think it was last April. I just, like such a weird backstory, but I was really bored one day, and I was just roasting men on Bumble because I thought it was a hobby of mine where I would just match with men on Bumble and make fun of them.
Were you intentionally matching with people, or like?
Well, that's just mean as a guy.
Well, you know what?
I would love it if you accidentally match with chicken.
Imagine that. Was like I realized, like, oh,
I'm gonna go back. Like, oh no.
It was just.
No, I
it
was
was a
never on
point.
Bumble.
It was a point in my life where I was really sick of dating, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go on here and just make this fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I matched with this guy and just started roasting him, and he was like, yeah, like we should hang out and get drunk. And I was like, you know, we should drink a lot of tequila and go rollerblading. I was like, that's all I want to do. So basically, what happened was I
go drunk and get roller.
Yes, I drank like half.
Did you
a bottle.
go drunk and get rollerblading? I love his sentence
I drank
structure.
half a bottle of tequila and ended up rollerblading with this stranger from Bumble. I really don't remember a lot of it. And then I woke up the next day and I was like,
I mean, Steph, there's a lot of bad choices.
A lot of red flags.
yes. That's why when chick was like, are you scared to come here alone? I was like, do you know?
I would have never asked this question.
Do you
if I
know
really
what kind
knew.
of life choices I
Well, now we're
make?
figuring it out. Now we're offended. Now we're offended.
Why are you offended?
The fact that we're a red flag and you're going skating with somebody after half a bottle of tequila. This is a lot of things going on that you willy-nilly into life. And
I'm like the guy who never matched with anybody on a dating website, and then she's like the girl who like went like you should at least wait for the guy to be an asshole before you make fun of him. No.
No, yeah, I
so
just
you
decided
right
to
off the bat.
roast off the bat.
There's
Like, I
no
was-
hey. It's like you have a terrible face.
It was just like I was like, oh, like your taste in music looks like it probably sucks.
That could work for you though.
Really?
It could work because you get a guy that's like, actually, it's not. There's a band. I love this band. You could see them.
Well,
So-and-so.
yes, I'm not on the apps anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a boyfriend, but in the past, I would go on them and then just like.
Third time she's mentioned she had a boyfriend. By the way, all right. I want to put that out there.
Well,
by the
no,
way,
'cause he's
Steph,
gonna be listening.
we have girlfriends. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're in relationships.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me about them.
Yeah, B, tell her about
I
it.
can't because they ended a while ago. But
Because they're my right hand.
We were in relationships.
we were. We chose comedy. Lady comedy is our relationship now.
If she has said it a few times, and I've been thinking like she keeps on dropping that.
No, you didn't hear what I said. I was like, oh, your relationship? You mean your right hand?
Yeah, we heard it. We heard
Yeah,
it.
I heard it. I
Okay.
just wasn't gonna.
We
no,
ignored
I
it.
wasn't gonna go
No,
back. to it.
honestly, I brought it up
We're
because like
lefties.
he's really excited to listen to this, and I'm like, okay, so I'm probably just gonna go on here and talk about all these like dating experiences, and he's like, wow, that's
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
You
Like
have
that's
to give
cool.
the shout out. Yep.
Yeah. So no, anyway, the story, what happened was I got so drunk, woke up the next morning, was like, okay, like gotta get my car. It was like 7 a.m. I'm pretty sure I was still very intoxicated.
Where'd you go skating, by the way?
I don't know. I think somewhere in Ronkonkoma.
Oh, the
like
comp.
like in a like on a street, not like any like park or anything.
You didn't. Oh, okay, all right. Well, you missed. You were just skating around a dead end after a bottle of tequila with some guy.
Yes.
Like the bike path, just
Okay.
on rollerblades.
All right.
You know what, B? I'm a free spirit. All right, let me live
You
my
are.
life. Let me
All
live
right.
my life.
Listen, I'll let you live it, but
Anyway, so
there's
I
consequences to it. Free spirit.
there are a lot of consequences to it. I get in my car. I'm literally like, I have to get home. I was speeding through school zone. I think I was going 40 and a 20. I blew through
Speeding again.
I blew through
speeding
two
going
stop
on.
signs.
You
And there
deserve
was-
to have all
and
the
there was
tickets
a little,
that I
There was
have.
like a little parade going on, and a cop pulls me over, and I'm just like, oh fuck. I literally was like, I'm probably gonna get a DWI. Like, I don't know what to do right now. The cop I rolled down the window. The first thing I like screamed at him. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm so fucking hungover. He just like
Jesus.
Good for you.
he looks at me and he was like, I think he was just like, am I like, is this really happening right now?
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I'm just so hungover. I like didn't see the stop signs or the children or anything. And then
I'm still half drunk. All right.
Yeah.
I could drive around children. I just don't notice stop signs.
I just can't be around them. I can drive around them.
I drive fast through them. So
So then he eventually, so this is one of the ways I got out of it. So I was like, I'm so hungover. I'm trying to get home, like be a good civilian. Yeah. And he checked my registration. He was like, and he just gave it back. And he was like, all right. He's like, you really shouldn't be driving like this. And I was like, I'm definitely aware. And then he walked away. And I was like, is he actually letting me go right now? So I think the best, this story means you should be honest.
No,
be
you,
honest.
no, you could be honest. Most of us can't. Most people, I mean, that's not going to work with
If
most
Chick
jobs.
was honest, it would sound a little different and would go a little different. He'd be like,
Yeah, if I said, "Oh, I'm just hungover," he's gonna be like, "All right,
"Sorry,
step
I'm
out of
high off of my
He's gonna
ass."
be like, "Step out of the car."
Yeah. I just smoked a whole joint. Sometimes I coughed myself into a blackout, and I didn't notice the stop sign.
You want to know something funny about that now? So my cousin, all right, so I walk in.
Are you getting feedback from family
So I
members?
got home from I get home from work the other day, and my cousin's at my house, and her and my mother are talking, and she goes, "Oh, I saw your video about you falling down the other day," and I was like, "Oh, shut up, Janine," because now my mother's gonna be like, "Wait, what's she talking about?" I said, "Don't you follow?"
Wait, your mom doesn't follow her?
No, I said, "Aren't you friends with B on like Facebook or Instagram?" And she goes, "I'm friends with him on Facebook,
Yeah,
but I
put her
don't
on
check
Facebook.
Instagram. Like I'm not on Instagram." I said, "No, all right." She goes, "Well, now do I have to go see this video?" So I had to tell her what happened.
You were a little worried about that when we talked about that.
I wasn't worried because I know that she's
You
going to
said
overreact.
people are gonna.
Yeah, she's just going to overreact about it and think just like everybody thinks I should go. Which I'm going to get a physical next week.
Are you?
And I'm getting a physical. It has
Well,
nothing
you
to do
said
with
last
that.
week you're gonna get a physical next week, so we're at next week.
No, it's the 28th.
How long has it been since you got a physical?
I get one every year. I'm not a
Okay.
guy who doesn't go to the doctor.
Okay.
I
I feel like every guy I know does not go to the doctor.
No. I'm I go. I have the insurance. I'm paying for it. I might as well fucking get it and use it. But
Are
so
you
yeah,
attracted to your doctor too?
I used to have a pretty doctor.
Oh.
She's not there anymore.
She's not in your insurance.
Now
plan
I have a
anymore?
guy who looks like he's hungover when I see him.
Really?
And he's like a cool guy, which I don't know how much I love that. Like he's a cool guy. I like going to see him, but I wish I had somebody who like barely spoke English and was all business.
Right, we've had this conversation.
Yeah, I want my doctor who takes care of serious things to be a serious person.
I like bedside manner. I like a guy that I could talk real
So you
with.
should
Yeah, me
go
too.
see my
And-
doctor.
And he like your doctor sounds.
No, my doctor now.
Now.
It seems like honestly, when I see him, he's like disheveled. Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
looks like he just had a long weekend.
He just still like was on a bender. For
yeah,
3
like he
days.
had a
Just
long
like,
weekend,
Hey,
and he's down to earth. He's awesome. Like I would want to hang out with this guy.
invite him on the podcast.
Let's get
Part
him
of
on.
I should get him to give my results on
Yeah,
my medical.
that would be fun.
I will talk to him. I have a feeling if I ask him to do that, he might come on
I would love to get your doctor on here.
and actually go over my health shit on the
Yeah.
podcast. I will try and do that. I'm
right.
going to talk to him.
He's not going to do it. He's going to disappoint us.
Me?
Yes. No, the other guy.
I'm gonna. You don't think?
Me?
You don't think I'll ask him?
I don't think it'll happen.
I don't know if it will happen, but I will ask him.
Ask him.
Okay.
I want you to ask.
Because he knows I have a podcast.
Of course. Everybody. Who doesn't? Steph
I'm
knew you for
gonna-
3 minutes and she knew you had a
yeah,
podcast.
literally.
I
after 2
asked you to,
minutes.
because I asked you to come on. I'm always, you never know.
He's always promoting.
I'm gonna go to Chick's doctor and be like, "Did he ask you about the podcast?" Like, it's like a men's doctor. I don't even care. I'm like, I'm gonna follow up on this.
But so I went from a hot doctor to a cool doctor, and I wish I had.
The hot doctor?
No, I wish I had a doctor who was just all business.
Yeah.
Chick's like, I want a doctor who really listens to my needs.
No, I just want one who knows what he's doing, who would trust.
I need a bedside manner. That's a big thing for me.
So you'd rather manner over intelligence?
But
They
why
got
can't
there.
it be both?
Yeah, they got there.
Well, I get, but I don't know. Did he go to which medical school did he go to?
I don't know which better school, but like they got there,
All right, fair enough.
and that's all I need.
I
need
feel like
comfort.
I'm legitimately a doctor because
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah,
it.
yes, because I Google everything when something's wrong, and I feel like I've
You realize
That's how you become a
That's how you
doctor.
become.
What?
honestly, that's how you become a doctor now. You Google it. You,
Really?
yes.
Like
No.
the doctors Google things.
No, they
Doctors don't even go to school anymore. They go on WebDM, MD,
don't.
whatever
You
the fuck it is.
listen. Look at you listening and
Okay,
thinking.
I'm not listening.
Doctors
I'm-
stop going to college. They just Google.
Well, you
it.
know, one time I was at urgent care and they were like, "Oh,
They
okay."
definitely Google
and
it.
no, they were
Well,
like,
yeah,
what,
urgent
they
care
were like,
might
"What
just
medication are you on?"
Google.
I was like this, and he was like, "Let me Google that really quick." So I
Yeah.
I'm not that gullible. I just remember I had this experience where you.
Well, that was
Googled
also from an urgent
something.
care. If you go to a doctor and he's Googling things, you leave that office, right? Like ASAP.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're very nice to you.
Unless they have a great bedside.
Unless they're hot.
yeah, yeah, they're hot. They're nice. They're sweet to you.
But I don't like having. I didn't like having a hot
He
doctor.
doesn't like nice. See, he's not. He's
She was awesome, and I liked having. Like it was cool to see her, but like you're there at your worst. You're never there. Like
Yeah, no, I feel like I've had a hot doctor and had some like embarrassing moments.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you don't
I
wanna
wish
be
I
there.
wish this
Like
was
what?
Oh, really? Are we really gonna talk
No,
about
we
this right
don't.
now?
I mean, I
We would have to get into like I don't even know.
You've had embarrassing situations with a hot doctor?
Yes.
I've had doctors give me physicals, and I had I was like turtle shelled, and you know what I mean, going down there, and it's just embarrassing. You're a fat fucking guy with this on your back, and I have this hot doctor.
Yeah.
And she's not going down on me.
Okay. That's his dreams.
That's the dream scenario, but no, she's
That is a nightmare
she's
situation.
checking you, and you're just at like an awful.
Yeah.
It's just not
like a beached whale.
Yeah, beached whale in a gown that doesn't fit, laying on your back.
You can't fit into a gown?
No, I can, but it was just one occasion.
It don't snap right,
no,
though,
it was
right?
a bad occasion. They had like small ones, and it wasn't working.
Yeah, I need a bigger gown. What's happened to you on the doctor, though?
Okay, I guess we could talk about this. We're gonna have to talk about my biggest fears in life then.
I have fears. Lots of fears.
It's up to go for
So
it.
I had a
Do you already know about this?
No, I don't. She's looking at me like do I have to tell you? It's up to you. You don't have to say
Yeah, you
anything.
don't have to say anything, honestly. But we could hear more about Chick and his doctor.
I had a point in my life where like I was deathly afraid of getting herpes, and I would convince myself like every time I would hook up with someone that I like had it, and like it was not even true. And I feel bad because I'm like, there are some people who have that and they probably have great lives. For me, it is probably my top one biggest fear.
Herpes?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Huh.
Can I ask why you're so deathly afraid of it?
Because
Like,
it just sounds so uncomfortable.
sound
Okay,
bad.
It
fair
sounds so,
enough.
and you have to
All
live
right.
with it forever.
Oh,
right.
herpes is the one.
I think
that
like
doesn't go away.
I think number one biggest fear is herpes. Number two is like working for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Number three is
Because if you have herpes,
does your boyfriend know that you working for life is one of your biggest fears?
if you have herpes, you're definitely working for the rest
If
of
you
your
have
life.
herpes,
okay?
I feel like they go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm joking. No, I do. I feel like if I found a job I really liked, I could never not work. But like if
No,
I found
I
a job,
get it.
I don't like my job now. But if
Right.
I did something I really liked, I could never not work. I would have to like at least always work. But yes, and then number three would be like, I don't know. I didn't think that far into it. It was just
Yeah.
those.
That's
those
fine.
two-
Those two are fine.
It's
Those are-
herpes and working, and you know those are the two big problems everybody has.
I don't even know where to begin.
Have you ever had herpes?
So yes,
Well, no. If you have it, it's not. You don't. Have you ever had herpes? It's do you have
okay,
herpes?
so that's one of those that sticks around for life.
it flares up.
Oh,
It's
flare
not
up. I don't
always
like
what
that
I'm
word.
saying. Is
I don't like the word flare up.
that's why it's gross. Is because it's like you're fine, I think, and then it flares
you're
up
not.
until you're not,
Oh.
and then that's you just have like sporadic flare ups. I guess the rest of your
Oh
life.
my god! All right. Now this is my biggest fear: herpes.
yes. no,
That's why you don't
apparently,
want it.
like it's like when you pee, like it burns.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
feel like,
God.
and you
It's
feel
like the gift that keeps
and
giving.
then apparently, like you feel like really sick, like you have a virus when you break out. No, I don't want that. I want
yeah,
nothing
and
to do
it
with
doesn't
that.
look. It's very unattractive looking.
Yes.
Oh,
And then imagine
Herpes
telling,
are little red, like it's like pimples. It almost looks like.
oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm not. Maybe not pimples is probably not the best.
Yeah.
But like little red dots. You know, it's gross.
So I went to this doctor once. Like I think it was because my lips were chapped, and I went and I was like, "Oh my god, I feel like I have herpes." And I swear to God, I went to a doctor over this, and he was like, "Why do you think that?" And I was like, "Well, like we're gonna have to talk about my weekend now." Like,
You ever get invited to Mount Kilimanjaro with an attorney from Kingston, New York? Yeah.
I'm like, "Sir, you do know I went to the University of Arizona, right?" Like,
Did you go to the University of Arizona?
yeah, I did.
Isn't that the number one party school in the
It's the number one
country?
herpes school. It really is.
No,
that's
that's
why
A-
you're worried about
Wait,
herpes.
is it the number one herpes school?
Hofstra has their own strain of herpes.
Well, herpes.
Well, Hofstra was the number one school of STDs in
Yes.
America. when
Yeah.
we
I
were-
did. I think I did. I went to University of Arizona, and there were a lot of things that people had.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was crazy.
A lot of wild cats over there.
I think
I'm sorry.
I think ASU is worse in that regard. I mean, U of A is like so ASU.
ASU's Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Oh, you're a Sun Devil.
No, I'm a Wildcat.
Oh, you are a wild
Yes,
cat.
ASU. I feel like you need to have a pulse to get in. Like
you there
U
when
of
they won
A,
the
you just
national
need to like
championship?
speak English.
You just got to speak English and you can get
Just
in
speak
there?
English and you get in. ASU, it was like you just need to have you need to be alive.
Yeah. You have to speak English and have a herpes problem, and you're in.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds like a fun school to go to, though.
It was so much fun. It was too much fun. I also don't
Did you
remember.
graduate?
I did in
Yeah,
4
she's dealing arms now.
I did in 4 years too. It's like my dad's biggest he's like my
His
dad's like,
biggest
I'm so proud of her.
accomplishment.
She graduated from Arizona in 4 years.
Well, I went to school for 7 and didn't even get a 2-year degree.
He went to Phoenix Online University.
you went to Arizona too?
I went to SUNY Farmingdale. I went to Hofstra. I went back to SUNY Farmingdale.
Yeah.
And then I just threw in the towel. I give up.
Yeah, he made a lot of turns and
Made a lot of bad choices.
and now
too.
he's here. But I'll tell
And
you
I'm
one
so
thing.
glad
I
that
could
we're
promise I
I'm
could
glad
go-
that you're here and we're friends now.
I
Yeah.
could go probably bad choice for bad choice with you.
Probably.
No, we could probably sit here and play that game.
He's made a
all
bad
day.
choice. All right, name one bad choice, Chuck.
One bad choice.
Yeah, that you've made.
Getting suspended for school for smoking pot for a month and a half in high school.
Steph, can you beat him?
In high school, what'd you do? Was the worst?
In high school?
That's where I'm starting.
Oh God, I would have to think about this. Probably. I don't know if I could say it on here.
You could say whatever you want, but
Then
whenever you don't want to give up,
Then
you
you
don't have
won.
to.
You beat him.
No,
You
I
made
She
it
doesn't
worse.
can't say
beat
it on
me.
here.
I
But I
made
could
it.
tell you bad choice I made in college was me and my friend took a bunch of Xanax, then we got blackout drunk and woke up like almost on the border of Mexico.
That's a bad choice.
That's a bad choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to piece
I
together.
think she beats you in that choice, Chuck.
We had to piece together the
I've
entire
never
night
gotten-
through pictures and texts. We were like, "What?"
Oh my God.
happened?
I did almost get arrested in the Bahamas for smoking weed
Okay.
in a foreign country. Like,
Mhm.
if it wasn't for my friend, I would have gotten arrested for sure because I was drinking and high as a kite.
Really?
Yes.
You ever almost get
There's been
arrested in
two-
Bahamas?
I almost got shot in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Wow, I can't believe this. When this goes on the internet, can we not put my full name?
No, we won't put your full name.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. We won't tag you.
Because the arms, they're gonna be like, this girl can't deal arms.
And if
She's
you don't want us, we don't have to
crazy.
tag you in the episode. Because
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you wanted me to tag you, and we don't have to. if you
After
don't
the
want
herpes
to.
conversation, I think I was like, I don't think I want to be.
But you
tagged
don't have
anymore.
herpes. This is like
I
an
know I don't
announcement.
have herpes.
It's
Yeah,
a
this
good
is-
thing. It's a
This
good
is
thing.
a good thing.
Hey everyone, just reporting here live that I do not. I went to the University of Arizona and I made it out without any STDs.
Exactly. That's what
I should put that on my
That is-
resume.
It is.
I
That's an
really-
accomplishment.
That is
It is an
No wonder why your
accomplishment.
dad's so proud.
And you
4 years.
graduated in 4 years with no STDs.
4 years.
No STDs, 4 years. Like,
Not
it
a
was-
single
I don't-
flare up.
I don't know how that happened.
What are you more proud of, the degree or the lack of STDs?
Well, considering most of my friends, I mean, not most. Like, let's go. Okay, we're talking like 3 of my friends were like, oh yeah, like I was at campus health and I got like gonorrhea, and I was like, wow, like wow, that's shitty. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say I'm pretty proud.
What's the worst story you've heard about a random person at that school of an STD? There's got to be a...
involved with an STD or just
Yeah.
like in general? Because I mean,
I'd want to hear the STD first, unless there's something that's so outrageous you want to go that route. That's
I
fine.
mean, I don't know. Besides, like I've heard a couple really bad horror stories about. I mean, I don't know. So I know someone got herpes, which is when that eventually was like, that is my biggest fear when they were telling me about it. And
Are
then-
you nervous that if someone that you weren't even with sexually had herpes, would you stay away from them?
No, I'm not that nervous about it.
Okay,
I
I
was for a
wasn't
while.
sure.
And then I was on TikTok and there was this one guy on there and his whole entire TikTok is him talking about his herpes. Like he's like, I'm gonna break the stigma, and I religiously watched every video to learn about it.
Well, I don't think
And-
you can give it to somebody unless you're in a flare up, or is that
Can
true?
we can't talk about the herpes thing again. We gotta move on.
Yeah, it's kind of like
It is
freaking me out
gross.
now too.
What was the? Was
You
that
would
the
know, right? You
Was
would
that
know
the
if you had
Chappelle
herpes?
show? Yeah, you would know.
But he's like going to the doctor tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's why I'm saying you don't have to do anything to work. One, you don't have sex. You're pretty good.
That's true. But
wait, what about
years
your
ago-
girlfriend though?
I don't have a. Oh yeah. Oh her.
Oh, yeah,
well,
her.
listen. She's been.
She's been through the.
She hasn't been around in a while. No, we broke up midway through this podcast. So
She heard this conversation. She's like, I don't want to be with any of those people.
That's right.
Especially not that girl. My boyfriend's gonna listen to this and be like, I don't want to be with this girl.
no,
Listen,
he's not.
he doesn't have anything to worry about with us two in this room. I mean, we're not exactly.
Yeah. Well, we don't have herpes.
We don't have herpes. That's what we got going for us.
Yeah, that's the one good thing we have going for us.
I feel like if I leave here tonight knowing I don't have herpes, it's a successful night.
That is a success. Although that couch has been through a lot, so I don't know.
This is probably the closest you've come to herpes. Is this
Yeah.
couch?
That couch has been to.
We got to get rid of it.
It's on its way. I
We
told you.
should just have 2 chairs with me and you.
I have a new couch coming in.
I wish it was 2 power chairs.
Well, there's only one power
Turn
chair
it
here.
into a studio.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out. But then we have guests. So, all right, this is it. We always talk about stuff that we need to do on the podcast during the podcast.
That's why they are.
And the listeners are.
Well,
done
first
with
it's get Chick's doctor on here.
Oh, we're gonna.
I am 100% gonna.
I
think my doctor's down enough to. I think he would do it.
He seems down enough.
I mean, just give him like after a couple drinks. Like you
I
said,
don't know.
he's
It's
on
not
the bender
nervous
all
for
the time,
him.
like-
It's gonna be if he'll get in trouble for releasing my stuff. But if I give the okay,
No, but what if you read the results and he's not releasing it?
That's right.
That's true. But I would need him to on there to explain how I am. We need him on here.
All right, it's.
Imagine,
Yeah, I can't.
imagine you're on the podcast and you like read that you have herpes and you're like, oh,
Listen, I'll do it all. Let's go.
Positive for what that's herpes.
HPV.
HPV. Oh my God.
Well, HPV is not bad for guys. It only really fucks with girls.
That's a woman's.
Yeah,
thing.
they can screw up their.
What is it?
They can't get
as he
pregnant.
just pointed to his
No.
crotch. So gross.
I was pointing to my stomach because they can't have
It
kids.
fucks up there.
I think that gives them uterine cancer.
he's like,
Ah.
I could be wrong, but it does. It's
Yeah,
not
you
good
probably
for them.
are. You're probably wrong.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm right. I know it fucks them up one way or another.
Yeah. Can't be good.
But anyway, off of STDs.
yes,
Yeah.
please, moving on. Let's not get back on.
I have
that.
some picks before. I think probably yeah. So what I do every
He picks a STD.
Oh my god.
we teach everybody about it. Dr. Chick's picks. No, like I told you, like I mentioned before, I'm heavy into TV
I'm heavy into TV.
and like documentaries and
This is
movies.
why he doesn't have an STD.
This is why I don't have a girlfriend and I don't have any STDs. And I give out picks every week of things that I recommend people watch. And I am in the wrong thing. So, all right, B, I got some good ones.
You got good ones? For
Yeah,
us
I
this
do.
week? It's about time.
One is called Money Shot, the Pornhub story.
Of course it is.
Did
Jesus
you see
Christ.
that?
I haven't seen it, no.
So it's a new documentary on Netflix, and it's about the owners and how they basically how they're screwing their sex workers and
Nope.
what? What
Okay.
were you just gonna say?
Nothing.
No, he's just very intrigued.
Yeah, no, it's about the Pornhub story. It's about their background, how they came to be, and how they have like an umbrella company that controls all Pornhub and all these other industries, and how all
Right.
the lawmakers that are attacking Pornhub now, they're really only fucking the workers, and it's not screwing the corporation who's the actual scumbags.
Okay.
But it's interesting, and it's short. It's not like a series. It's only like an hour or something like that. And it was, I don't know.
That's a great review. It's about
wasn't a
porn.
review.
It's about Pornhub.
It's about Pornhub. I mean, I don't know.
These guys are fucking them. They're not screwing them, and you know, there's an umbrella. That's what I got out of that.
It's basically about the workers having an issue with a lot of the laws that are being made
With Pornhub.
with Pornhub.
Yeah, there is some issues there.
There's a lot of issues
Yeah.
going on, and they're trying to make the laws to hurt the owners of the company, and it's not. It's,
Now, is that? Can people just upload anything they want? 'Cause
that's what they were trying to do. Okay, so that's where a lot of it
They were
was.
trying to make it like YouTube, where you could just put anything on there.
They didn't care because they could make money no matter what people would. So they didn't have verified users posting videos. So people were posting underage. There was like some real kinky shit going on there.
Okay.
And illegal shit.
So yeah.
So now, because that was going on, people were starting to attack the website because they shouldn't be posting this shit. And the laws that they're having made because of it are fucking the actual workers who are doing it legitimately, who need it as a lifestyle, and it's not really affecting the owners. Like the change.
the laws were fucking
The actual workers, like the girls
who were fucking.
yeah, oh, I'm not saying that, but yes.
Right.
So, and it's just they're tightening the platform for them to make money without really putting themselves in harm's way.
All right. I did see that. It was on Netflix, right?
It's actually a very interesting story.
I saw the. It popped up. I didn't,
these girls
I didn't watch
also
it
get
yet.
destroyed for.
Chick was like watching Pornhub and thought he was watching it. He was like, "Wow, this document it's so."
This
oh, shit,
doc.
that's
Oh,
actually-
wait, nope.
What genre is this?
He's
The other one is the Waco, the
like
new
crazy
docuseries.
milfs. I didn't know we were up to that episode.
No, I'm not a MILF guy. I don't like. What's your favorite category, B? Everybody has a category.
Consent. I love consent.
I love consensual.
It's my favorite one.
That's such a good answer. But no.
So wait, we're talking about a documentary now? I'm confused with
Yeah,
that.
I have
Oh, he moves fast. You won't even know he.
I didn't even know what was going on.
Well,
So
I don't want to waste too much time
So
on
there's
something.
Pornhub, and there's the women that's fucking, and then the big people are fucking them. And here's a new one about the Waco guy. You have to hang on for dear life to pay attention to his picks.
Exactly.
He's done with the
People
Pornhub.
love my picks. The
He
new
loves his
one
pick.
is about the Waco.
That came out yesterday.
Yes.
And you watched it already?
I watched it last night because I've been waiting for that to come out.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of documentaries on Waco before, and I've kind of.
All right. Is this David Koresh? Is this
Yes,
that guy?
David Koresh.
The wacko from Waco.
The wacko from Waco who wound up burning down the building, and they killed like 28 children. It was 82 people died, 4 cops, and 28 of them were kids.
Mm-hmm.
But this has got like a lot of new footage that they've never showed before. So I found it to be probably one of the more detailed, like, documentations
Okay.
of what actually happened there.
Nice.
And it was just really good. It's short. It's 3 episodes, like 45 minutes
You watched
each.
the whole series last night.
Yeah, I mean, it's an hour. It's 2.5 hours. If you,
What time did you go to bed last night? I worry about your health.
I don't go to bed. I told you I don't sleep.
Yeah, me and Chick never sleep.
But I was
worry
out
about
late,
your health,
but
too,
I was
then.
at comedy last night, so that's why you're
was
asking.
Fine,
out-
but we have hot doctors, so you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about our health.
I don't understand how you guys just don't sleep.
Like
Yeah, well, you don't have if you don't have that issue, it is hard to think.
yeah.
But I actually
That's why we bond so much.
yeah.
true.
So I watched
Because
it.
you guys are in a delirious state.
We're not. I saw a meme and it was like, "Sorry, I'm not late. I just have." It was like, "I'm tired. I don't even know if this is reality." And I was
It's
like,
true.
"Wow, that is basically me every day of my life."
Yeah, my bosses actually they don't get it sometimes, and I'm just like, dude, I'm not even going to explain it. It's impossible to explain.
It is. I
Or
get
it's,
that
it's
it's a thing.
impossible for people to really understand
Yeah.
because it's unless you're doing it. It's like anxiety. If you don't go through it, you
Oh,
don't
I
get
love
it.
my sleep though.
Oh, trust me, I like sleeping too. It's not even like I don't like sleeping.
You know what the best is? Right before sleep, Pornhub.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great.
Listen. I would. I'm not gonna sit here and say don't. I'm not gonna tell you to boycott Pornhub. That's for sure.
All right.
You a fan of porn? Do you watch porn?
Not as much as I used to.
But you watch it.
Yes.
See, girls are just as horny. as
Sometimes,
men.
like I feel like I got sent this thing earlier today, and it was a client of someone's for like an accounting thing, and it was this like it was TikTok version of porn. It was just like
Oh, God.
it was like 10-second clips of all this porn, and I was watching it during my lunch break for a little bit. I kind of got. I was like, wow, I'm on this for way too long. In the
Yeah.
middle of the day in my car. Like I should probably get off.
Interesting.
I gotta go back to work.
Yeah. It's what you do before you go to sleep.
It is. It's a perfect thing to do before you go to sleep.
All right. So Wacko from Waco.
Wacko from
Pornhub.
Waco was also.
Sorry to throw you off.
No, it's fine. And then the last thing, I actually forget which one I had up here because I watched.
Because he gets no sleep.
Oh no, The Finest Hours. This was on Disney Plus. It's with Chris Pine, Ben Foster, Eric Bana, and Casey Affleck. It's about the Coast Guard. It is. They said they're most dangerous, and I think they're. I guess they call it their most successful mission of saving people. It was off the coast of Cape Cod. It was in like the 50s in a fucking like monsoon hurricane or whatever, and their ship was sinking, and they had like this little boat that it could only hold, I think, 18 people, and they wound up saving like 30-something people.
Huh.
Crazy story. Really
Yeah.
cool special effects.
All right.
And,
It's a movie?
It's a movie on
It's
Disney.
a movie based on...
based on that event.
Okay.
Do you feel weird that like you were watching the Pornhub thing and then you just go to Disney Plus and
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah, what? That's his whole night.
that's like
It's not necessarily that I
and then
watched
you
them
just
all
go to,
in
and
one
then you
night,
don't
but yeah.
sleep and then go to work.
I
and you're
watch
like,
some fucking weird things back to back.
Do you have
where
weird
it's like-
dreams?
I don't dream because I don't
Oh,
sleep.
because you don't sleep. Yeah.
I have really weird
Do you?
dreams.
I haven't.
when I do fall asleep, I have weird dreams.
See, when I sleep, I don't ever hit my REM sleep, is what they call it.
Oh, are you still wearing the thing?
I do, but it comes off a lot. That's why I still don't sleep well.
I feel like when I followed the sleep hygiene protocol, like mine's pretty okay. Like,
What's
you
your
can-
sleep
Explain the
hygiene
sleep hygiene
protocol?
protocol? I've never heard that.
No, I'm serious. It's actually a thing.
Because Chick needs both sleep and hygiene. So.
Oh, fuck you.
It's like there's like 8 rules that you have to follow to be able to like sleep well at night if you have issues sleeping, and like they're very true. It's like go to bed at the same time every day, wake up at the same time every day, except that's hard because on the weekends you're not gonna like go to bed at 11:30. You're out till like 2 in the morning.
Right, I get that.
But then so eventually if you stick to a schedule, then it's like to use your bed only for sleep and sex. So you can't,
all right.
so, like,
Only sleep and sex.
so you can't like
I only use it for sleep, so I'm halfway there. And my sleep is pretty good, so I perfected it.
you're doing something right.
Yeah.
And then the I don't know, the third one is like to like work out 30 minutes a day. If I work out, I sleep better. And then the fourth one is get sunlight during the day.
Sunlight,
Yeah,
vitamin.
And then the fifth one is to stay off your phone for an hour.
Before.
They work. Yeah, I don't.
I
think-
actually know all these.
I
'cause
don't
I've
sleep
looked into
that
all
well
this.
because I don't do any of those things.
They also say don't eat before,
Yes.
right before, because if your
Yeah.
digestive system is working while you're sleeping, you won't ever hit your REM like into a fully. It's more of a nap than a sleep.
Uh-huh.
Are you yesing me to death?
No, I like when you explain stuff.
That was that's a very
makes
easy.
sense.
That's
It makes sense.
that
I
I
get it.
explained pretty well for once in my
get
life.
I get it. Steph, what time do you usually go to sleep?
It's
Are you like a 4 a.m.
like 2 a.m.
2 a.m.?
2 a.m.
All
and I
right.
wake up at like
That's early.
7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like
not
five-
enough.
Yeah.
I'm-
It depends though, because sometimes I'll be really tired, then it's like 11:30, then sometimes it's like it's crazy. It's just different every night.
I've been focusing on 11:30. That's when I get into my mode where I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
And I give myself like a half hour. Know I'm going to bed. And I don't know. By midnight, I'm out.
The thing that
But
she
I
was
have no pro-
explaining about the only in your bed when you sleep or have sex
Yeah.
is because so your body knows that when you're in your bed, it's sleep.
Because if you're like paying
Yes.
bills in your bed, then your brain is going to associate that with stress.
I sit
or
out
not even
here.
stress, just doing other things. You're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
going
yeah.
to sleep.
I only use my bed for sleep. I really do.
See, when you only live in one room and your bed is your room, I'm either in my room,
Yeah.
I'm on my bed, or I'm.
I got you.
Like,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
hard. I'm
Like
fucked
I won't go
regardless.
into my room until like 11:30.
Yeah, I mean, I could technically do that, but I just like to stay in my
I
own
get
little
it.
area.
It's not easy.
But either way, it's and the phone thing is big, like
Yeah.
with the lights.
I feel like I'm getting worse with with the TikTok and stuff, and I just go on
You
it.
just got to
constantly.
stop. I think they said, what was it 45 minutes before she said, right?
Yeah,
Holy
I
shit,
know, but
TikTok
I
is crazy. I go on TikTok, I'm like, I'm going to watch this for 5 minutes. It's like 6 hours later.
Yeah.
And I'm on like Witch Talk, and it's like how to manifest
The hell's
money
Witch
into your
Talk?
future. It's like, you know how there's different forms of TikTok. Wow, how much younger than like
Well,
am I than you
I don't
guys?
know. I don't know
what
which
decade
time.
was you born in?
I was
What decade
born
was you born in?
in the 90s.
Oh, the Witch Talk
it's
era.
not that bad. Then I'm
No,
not.
you know how there's just like
So you're not-
there's
I'm
like
the
Witch
80s.
Talk, there's like Zodiac Talk, there's like
What
that-
talk am I on?
I don't know.
We're
What
on
is your-
just
what is your-
TikTok.
okay, what is your FYP like? Like what when you go on? What videos do you see?
Oh, I get like a lot of tattoos.
Can someone explain FYP?
for your page?
I know it means for your page, but what's the point of it? Like, why?
It's like that's like the videos that work well for me. They hit the for your page. I think.
but why? I don't understand.
I think
it.
it's through.
It's be like based on like what you like and how much you engage.
But what I'm
it's
saying
China
is, I see
basically
it on-
watching us all the time.
it knows what we're doing.
Yes.
But
It's
I thi-
listening to us right now.
I
So
know.
it's a way for them.
It's gonna send us herpes.
if everybody
videos.
uses what I'm saying
our
is
for your page is gonna be nothing but herpes.
what I don't get is if
The wacko from
everybody
Waco.
if everybody's using it, wouldn't it tag it? Like, how does it differentiate? Like, that's what I don't get.
Because what you look up is not the same thing that I look up.
I know.
So it's all about like, all right, I watched 3 minutes of a tattoo video or a basketball video. So then it's gonna start. It like
I
focuses.
but I understand that, but I don't get the for your page hashtag. Is what I'm saying. I don't.
the for your page. From what I understand, it's just the page where like that's when TikTok is showing off your video.
if you have that hashtag.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
the videos that like any video that I've gone well on TikTok, I think it hits a for your page. So people that normally
we
wouldn't
don't
see
tag
it,
anything that we post really, which we probably really should learn about tags. But I hate seeing people with 100 tags. I get that it works and there's a reason why they're doing
yeah,
it.
but we're fine.
No, I know. I just like. You spend that much time learning what tags hit.
I know. I don't tag anything.
I don't tag a fucking thing.
I don't tag anything.
This guy's had millions of
And it works.
watches on videos.
Really?
works.
Wow. Yeah.
You
on
went
TikTok?
viral how many times?
I don't. Not a lot. Not a lot.
On
Twice.
TikTok or
Yeah, it's just
Instagram?
TikTok.
Yeah.
Tell her the
TikTok is
number
the
on the
easiest
big
one. TikTok is the
Tell
easiest
her the
one.
number on the big one. With
A few million.
Wow.
Few million. 4.
And it was your stand-up?
Nothing of stand up goes viral. It's all me like doing videos.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I gotta look at your TikTok later.
He did one. My favorite video that you'll like.
It's so frustrating though. Like the
Yeah,
stand up.
your stand up won't, even if you have a killer joke
Because
on there.
this is the other thing I found, and like talking to other friends that have TikToks that have gone well, you get caught in like the algorithm. So if you have one video that works really well, they want you to like stick to that type of video.
Yeah.
So
He basically took his every school photo from kindergarten
yeah.
till senior year of high school, and then posted it and just had like he's a comic, so he's funny, and he's bashed himself for 12 school pictures.
Jesus, you really are bad at explaining things.
That's what you did.
No, I think I did hear about this actually.
Oh, all right, nice.
Yeah.
What do you mean bad? What'd you do? You bashed
No,
yourself for 12 school
just
pictures.
the way you explain things, it's like every word
But you
sounds
just said
like
he
it's
was so
ending.
good at explaining before.
He's
Now
very
you're turning on
sarcastic.
him.
Because when he talks about me, he just it's like every word is like there's a period on it. He did this.
I feel like I'm like watching like an old marriage happening. You're
Oh
just
no, this is us.
Steph, this is an old marriage.
this is
We-
no,
why- this
because
is
you
the
were just
best.
like I love when you explain to me why you can't fall asleep when your digestive system is
You
working.
have to understand.
Now you're like, chick, I hate when you try to explain things about me.
I love him, but he drives me nuts more than anybody in my life.
Really?
Yes.
More than anybody.
Okay.
Because I hate that he doesn't show up on time for things. I hate that he doesn't sleep right. Like I feel like I want to get into his brain and fix things.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't know how.
But I want to fix things about you're crazy.
Well, you can't.
He doesn't. You don't even see. You haven't gotten into this episode of a lot of quirks and crazy things
Quirks.
that he has in his life.
B's got a lot of corks.
He's thrown out somebody's snacks of a coworker of his because he thought he was going to have an allergic reaction.
You throw
then-
your coworker's
And
snack?
lied
it
about it to
happened
his
once.
coworker.
It happened once.
B.
Listen, I'm not perfect.
Okay.
I've had issues.
He's left stores that he's placed orders at, and then went to other stores. To
I
place
get
orders.
anxiety. I have problems.
Like he's got a lot of issues too.
Listen,
so we're
there's
both.
I think we all have issues.
There's
Exactly.
There's a reason we're all talking on a microphone in a one-bedroom apartment here.
Yes.
Okay, we got issues.
None of us are making great decisions.
Decisions aren't great. This
But-
is what makes us fun, though, right?
It does, and this is why, like I always say, we're the best podcast on Long Island.
That's what he thinks. Do you listen to any podcasts?
The only podcast I've ever really listened to is Call Her Daddy.
Okay,
And I was
yeah.
like,
Call Her Daddy?
this is my
You never heard of Call Her Daddy?
No.
This is what bothers me. He's in the podcast business. He doesn't know one of the biggest podcasts.
I don't
of
listen
all
to
time.
podcasts.
And I was gonna say, like, I was coming on here and I was like, I really imagined my first podcast be Call Her Daddy, but I guess this works.
gotta work
It's
your
a
way
little
up.
different. Like I'm with like two older middle-aged men, like not really with two young hot girls talking about.
That's it. Yeah.
Let's call her daddy.
Call Her Daddy. It's a
It's a barstool podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
just two hot girls talking about.
Yeah, but like there was
girl
so
things.
drama. Like one girl left a while ago. What's her name? Do you know what the hell's
I
her
don't
name?
remember.
But like,
I didn't
yeah,
listen to it a lot, just like a couple episodes.
dude, it got huge. It got huge, and then the two girls like started making a ton of money, and one of them split up. Like her boyfriend was a lawyer or something. It's like we can make more money, and the other girl. Now they're both doing pretty well.
All right.
And
Yeah.
Call Her Daddy's still there. I think she does it by herself now, or maybe she's got a partner. I don't know. But yeah,
Interesting.
all right.
Well, yeah. I mean, do you have anything else you want to talk about, or I was gonna wrap it up
We talked about.
as much
We
as
hit a lot tonight.
we did hit a lot.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Because I know you were nervous. Did you feel better by the end?
No, I feel like it was good.
Sorry, we got to porn. Like it got to porn, and it
then
shouldn't.
we talked about herpes even.
Yeah,
I was
we
like,
got
oh,
to
Okay,
herpes.
we're gonna go there.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Which
right,
I
well-
don't have, everyone. By the way, just last time.
Put that out there.
Just
Yep,
throwing that
she
one
doesn't,
out there.
She doesn't.
I went to U of A, but like came out free, clean. So.
Yeah, and so you're gonna go back to you're gonna continue to do the comedy. Think we're gonna see you again on the open mic or no?
I think I don't know. Maybe next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Good, next
We'll
week.
see. We'll see.
We'll
I
see you
think
next week.
no. I feel better knowing that I don't have to do all new stuff every week. That
Definitely
I can reuse
not.
The, same
The
stuff.
people that try to do all new material every week, they're not growing.
Yeah.
It's good to mix in one thing. Like you'll be fine. Just focus on the funny. I'm repeating myself at this point, but yeah. You'll be fine.
I get it. All right, cool.
Well, yeah, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
It's been
and
a lot of
Steph,
fun.
you've been great. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did have a lot
enjoyed
of fun.
this.
I did have fun. And then if you made it this far, listeners, thank you. And
Yeah, and we appreciate everybody that's listening. I mean, these people that listen.
been listening for a long
They're
time.
the best. They're the best.
We do. We got the best followers.
We'll see you next Friday night, okay? Next Friday night.
Well,
we'll
we're going
see
to
you.
release another episode before we go
will.
on.
We love you guys.
So